This right here is the greatest anime ever of all time. It is easily the dumbest show I think I've seen in years, and I want another 100 episodes. Oh my lord, the out-of-pocketness of this show, there's so much stupidity that makes this so amazing, and the fact that this show unironically just forced a mother and a daughter into the same harem, which, if you've seen some hentai, that ain't anything new, but somehow this show decided to say, we're not gonna really make this fetishy, we're just gonna somehow make Rentro look at this unironically as okay, and I don't know where you go from here, but as I said last week, the mother was the best character. I mean, screw all the children in this show, go for the MILF mom, who's apparently, I don't know, between 28 and 31, I imagine. I mean, her pregnancy is, it's a can of worms in of itself, but the actual character model, I mean, that's the best option right there. But this show is so stupid, and I absolutely want more injected into my veins. Why do other anime even try? Full live reaction over on my Patreon. I absolutely lost it when she immediately was like, "Strip down, please go out with me." I was broke when I saw that, bro. I was bamboozled because, you know, with the soulmate stuff, as soon as they come into contact, the spark happens. And it didn't really clue into me that because he had like the eye drops, the infrared eye drops, which is another thing that's just so ridiculous, but I love it. I was like, oh, you know, he's in the same room. I assume he can see. It's just his eyes look a little different. But the idea of like him like breaking down and crying over the weirdest story I've ever heard. The fact that as they go away, then the spark comes in, it's really cool because like you assume like, okay, anyone that he comes into contact with could be a soulmate. And I think the idea of the mom being a soulmate wasn't really something unexpected. The reason it's unexpected is because when they do come into contact, nothing happens. Like initially when she walks in, when they're barging into Hakari's room, no soulmate magic. Okay, maybe there's conditions here. Literally bright room, both looking at each other, no spark. Oh, okay, this won't be a soulmate, so I wonder how he's going to get through it. And you're probably thinking, you're probably theory crafting, like, is there going to be a way for him to break through this? I guess they're not going to go the weird route of the mom and daughter dating the same person. And no, man, 100 Girlfriends says absolutely we will, because this show has no shame, and it is shameless, and absolutely that's why we watch it at this point. Why do other anime even try? There is so much just BS about this episode. The security system alone for this place has to be one of the worst I've ever seen. So they do have infrared lasers and security alarms, but only on the second floor where the bedrooms are, which you could make the argument, okay, well they have animals, you don't want the animals to set it off. That's all well and fine. But you have how much millions of dollars worth of just building and things in this home. The fact that when you open a door, whether it's flicking rocks at the damn lock to get it to open, nothing sets off. And the fact that when things do get set off, these dumbasses that you pay as security guards will just assume it's the cat. This makes no sense, man. And it's probably not supposed to because, I mean, they literally have a moment in this episode when Kasuri pulls out the infrared eye drops and they call it Deus Ex. Because, like, what the fuck is this? It's so stupid. But I love how they wear that on their sleeve. There's some people who will take everything this show does and take it 100% serious. That no, it's incredibly well written. There's no plot convenience. Bro, we have a girl who makes drugs that literally can do pretty much anything we need depending on the circumstances. She is an absolute drug dealer of absolute plot convenience, and that's fantastic. Gintama is the best way to compare the show because Gintama has serious elements, but it's also a goddamn comedy parody and reference machine. And that's exactly what 100 Girlfriends is. They literally name drop Tom Cruise in this. And honestly, Mission Impossible ain't got shit on what they just pulled off. Tell me a moment where Tom Cruise straps himself to one of his 5 girlfriends and climbs up a wall and makes her bust to an orgasm because of this nonsense. I don't think that's ever happened in Mission Impossible. Get back to me when you do and I might watch your movies. Just like, I absolutely love how this is just so fun. It's unapologetically fun. Guard dog, this is another thing. You have a guard dog that will just lick and sleep with you. It's a useless guard dog. Like everything about this episode was just so out of pocket. And I love how, because as the episode progresses, like even if you're thinking the mom's gonna join the harem, okay, we're 16 minutes in, we're 18 minutes in, okay, they're not making the mom part of the harem. our boy's been interacting with her this entire time. And then as it goes away and the spark's there, I'm surprised bras weren't ripped off right there, because that's the energy that this MILF gives me. And Hahari is just best girl. I'm sorry, that is my best girl right there. Her pregnancy is absolutely wild. Lover dies when she's 12 or 13, so she like gets a pregnancy inserted into, and I'm like, bro, like, can you just like wait till you're 18, you know, get your life in order? But you know what, I guess you need a memory of your lost love, but still, like, what the hell, bro? Like, this show is out of pocket. It has like a legit emotional moment with Hikari, but she barely gets any time this episode, and the little moments she got was of course emotional, and that's good, but you can't tell me with a straight face that infiltration, that climbing scene, and the mom confessing her love isn't just absolutely out-of-pocket nonsense. And I say, you know, I was good for another 100 episodes after last week. At this point, stretch this bitch as long as Rent-A-Girlfriend. At least in this case, you'll actually have interesting characters and funny moments, unlike Rent-A-GF. And honestly, screw 100 girlfriends. I want the ending to be, so he'll get to his 99th girlfriend, and then he's like, okay, I got one more to go. The 100th girlfriend will come in, and I want the god to like swing down and say, actually, Rentro, I made a bit of mistake. I didn't think you'd ever get to 100, but the truth of it is, you have to have the whole world a part of your harem and just end it like that. Just make it ridiculous, make it goofy. But either way, somehow Rentro manages to be a good boyfriend for each of them, but the show is so stupid all at the same time. And honestly, I rate this anime 1,000 out of 10. Dumbest thing I've ever seen. I would recommend. Injected into my... Kasuri, give me your damn drugs at this point. I think you're a drug dealer. You should probably be locked away. But you know what? Just give me the damn drugs at this point. I'll take them with you, because this show's so stupid and I love it. Like, I honestly think one of my favorite parts about covering the show is, like, at least one, sometimes up to, like, 10 or more people will act like I hate this show. And I don't know why. I legitimately laugh almost the entire episode I watch it, and I come up here every week saying this is amazing. But if you call something stupid, it just immediately is assumed to be dumb. Half of my favorite things that I've ever consumed in my life, whether food to shows or games, I consider stupid in some way, but that doesn't have to be a bad thing. We're watching a show where a man unironically is getting 100 girlfriends, and it's basically a parody meme machine while simultaneously having some emotional arcs to it. Just enjoy the silliness. The author clearly is. Most of us viewers are. It is absolutely fantastic, but it's silly as hell, bro. Thoughts and feelings yourself. Best Girl has officially joined, and I mean, honestly, just show me the interaction between mother and daughter. That's gonna be absolutely wild. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, ring that bell, of course, and like I mentioned, full live reaction. It's a good one, especially for my outbursts over on my Patreon, and while you're over there, you also get a video shout out. So today we have Aeroplane Flan, Jane Peterson, Hyun E. Roscoe, Zeekster, and Bennett Reiser are getting today. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.